come to Jamaica, the island of real bad man. Some real dog at you, some real gang bang. No run for the fair, they not garbage. Step up! These are the moments when everybody gun loaded. We not instigate violence, but we believe in a self-defense no matter what. These are the moments when every gangster gun loaded. We not instigate violence, but we believe in a self-defense. Welcome to True Island Stories. This is part 2 of the Blue Boot story. In part 1, I gave you his Kecklins where he was dirted. Now, his pic is on Patreon. It is one of the most grimiest pics I've ever seen. Okay, let me try and explain it. It's like his face was compressed in because his brains was left out and head dash out. And you can see him, a whole line brain, the full brains. In full brain, the side I made. So it's like him head squeezed down. No joke. If I'm lying, I'm dying. It's on my Patreon. Now, I told you I was gonna get the real Kecklins cause my Mobay pilgrim them no say. Never keckle it up. The real way for them. Respect the sender. You don't know the Shreps. Alright. When I went through Blue Boot story though, it is so sad. His story reminds me of my childhood and how I could have ended up just like him. Now, if you check out my book online, my autobiography, I'll release it on YouTube soon. I also stole as a kid. I stole because I was hungry. I got beaten up, tied up to ants' nest as an 8-year-old child. When hunger and poverty is the only thing you face as a child growing up, some people don't understand that these are the things that lead you to your perceived evil actions. But what people see as crime, you see as survival. And when you have no father figure to guide you from the darkness into the light, then you will continue into the path of blind darkness. And whosoever gets hurt or keckled up during your tumultuous sojourn, their friends and family, they are mourned forever. Deep scarring wounds that for some never heals, while for others, these wounds fester over time and gets even worse. Am I lying? And that's the reason I continuously do these stories and continue to denounce crime and violence all the time. But to continue, those families who are left to bury their loved ones, to them, they are wholesome human beings. But to a young Blue Boot, they are nothing. Just mere statistics, casualties of war. This is part 2 of the Blue Boot story. Michael O.C. Blue Boot was a fearless individual who came close to death on several occasions, either by cops, opposing gang members, and also cliques he was associated with. Blue Boot's life started out terribly, not knowing his father. His mom migrated when he was just a tender age, leaving him along with 4 brothers to live with his granny. And at that time, he was about 9 or perhaps 11 years old. From time to time, Blue Boot would be in constant argument with his granny. Blue Boot, come here. Come go round a shop for your granny. Go buy 2 pounds of flour, half pound of saltfish and quarter bread. Big Gila cooking oil. Bite in a plastic bag for me and no backer. Half pound of granulated sugar. 1 red Kool-Aid and a lime. And don't make Jaisi give you no green lime, you know, you hear? Cause for me and then to all and pool, you know, if you come here about no green lime all day. For me can't find none now when me want to know. But as it be cool down, no, so no come a broke, no neck a bungle up a come a anchor. I don't know why no mama don't take no up America, you know. I don't know why she feel if I bad getting picnic and poor me one. God, you see me dying trial. But that happen when picnic parents send them to school go land. And the only thing who no go they go land a land off he take man. Big man that with some big back. You know what? I mean I used to take them they sitting there. You know what to? Blue Boot! Blue Boot!
Yes, Granny. You don't hear me that call you. Hurry up and come here to me, man. Come go shop, else hungry, make your fat backside hole in your teeth. Yes, Granny. Me wanna come and go and shop. Me wanna with them like that. Me wanna eat. See me here. You want this? And repeat. When me say I figure they go buy. You say, me if you buy 1-2 pound of flour, 1-2 pound of granulated sugar, 1 Cool-Aid, 1 red big Gila oil. 1 red, what kind of big Gila oil? I tell us 1 red Cool-Aid. Yes, sorry, Granny. 1 red Cool-Aid and big Gila oil. And if none change, let me take it by 1-2 cheese sticks and turn around then yeah, me I don't give mass up on the red. I tell us, look here now, come here little boy, look at, mind them make half a plant, a boot in your buying wall, you know. Me then tell you nothing about no damn cheese sticks, Look here now, man, let's take this and gallon and make you come back before I feel buck that brown tick across your back in your teeth there, you know. Ah, boy, you see a devil chang though. Poor me, poor Granny. Father, take a case and give me a pillar for me can't bother. Me can't imagine them here in village, dear brother. Then you have to send me off in me grave early. But Blue Boot used to claim his mother would send him things from America for them, but Granny would hide it. And Blue Boot, oh, he was always hungry. So he used to broke in a Granny room and stole whatever there was to steal. Whatever there was that was thiefable. Then Granny would tell him, you can't sleep in this house, you know. You have to go look place, go find a little thief. So he, Boot, would sleep any and everywhere. Even in huts, old houses, friends' houses, etc. Now, you see a pattern developing here. Suddenly one day, the house where his mother left him with his Granny, someone lit it on fire, and it was half burnt down. And everyone said Boot was the arsonist. It was Boot who burnt the house down. Blue Boot was the third of 5 kids his mother left with their grandmother. All were said to be under the age of 13 at the time. Later on, the mother managed to send for one of her sons to live with her in the US. His name was, well, I'm not at liberty to disclose his names, but I'm sure the Montegonians know who it is. Due to the fact that Blue Boot always get himself in a trouble at a tender age, Granny always run him out of the house. Come out! Me, you're not turning it. You're turning me now. You're too thief. You're turning man in your palm. Come out! Blue Boot now had to learn to fend for himself at a tender age. So he would often, hustle, turn scabby diver, buckle, picking and selling fruits. And when I say picking, I mean stealing fruits. And sell to construction workers just to get a meal before he even found a place to sleep at night. Nothing was a certainty for Blue. No meals, clothes, sleeping arrangement. As a juve, Boots was just winging it day by day. Don't victimize him, people, please, because unless you have been subjected to a certain level of hunger on a daily basis, where you knew not where your next meal was coming from or where you were going to sleep at nights, no clothes, money, no father, mother figures, no parental guidance, then do not speak. Then still your tongue. Hold your breath. Do not speak. I lived it, so I know how that felt. Remember my book, my autobiography, The Darker Side of Paradise. You know what? Probably I might post it on YouTube, but it's online now. 2 volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. I might post it so the most underprivileged kids can listen to it and get strength to fight. All when they see no finishing line in sight. Fight. Sometimes God is just preparing us for the tougher fights ahead, so He gives us the harder battles in the beginning, enabling us to be more equipped for the battles ahead. Now, in my story, my autobiography, I remember how I told where I went over next door neighbor. I told where I went over my next door's neighbors. I told where I went over my next door neighbor's house when them gone at church one Sunday. After hungry dark me deep in my stomach. And matter of fact, I'm gonna post that episode tomorrow. Hungry dog, me deep in my stomach. I me go over there and say, rice and peas pan stove hot cover and nobody in here. Uno mad. Uno must see a gin peace puss mad. Hungry a dark my kakakana. So me just go so bop and dip me too dirty and them in a hot pot of rice and peas with the plastic pan top of it for steam out and shell eat dog. And then me just go so up and lift up a big piece of choking leg and poke that down my throat fast. Yo want see rice grain? Hey, rice grain they are grown more than when me take out, more than when me lick up mouth could have well. Will be done? But just, you know what? Look out for it. Very long series. Some of it though I cannot post on YouTube. I'll post it on my Patreon car. So my porno and me talk everything when me just bust me first ducks and cause most kids go through it, so I make them know say yo, I'm human. I'm not bigger than nobody, brother. Go through it for come through it. So can you. One day an old lady named Dulcie, who was constructing a house, gave Blue Boot and 2 youths some work to do around the yard. One was 7 years old, next one was 11, and Blue Boot, he was the eldest, he was about 12 years old. So one of them goes so boop and spy with the woman keep her stash and say, I don't be this. Let me big old bungle and if me just can thief. So this, so. We want it. We come back eat. You're mad. The Goro has spoken. We have come to part 1 of the Blue Boot story. Join us for part 2 coming soon on the True Island Stories channel. Join us. We have come to the end of part 2 of the Blue Boot story. Join us for part 3 where it gets exciting. Let me tell you what go on with it, but they are some boss. Alright? Check out My American Green Card Hell on Patreon. You won't regret it. The link for my Patreon, it's in the description. I repeat, the link for the Patreon how to subscribe, it's in the description. So go where you see the caption, go down low, you see the description, click that link and it will take you. Alright? Wow, good. I may a drop, look out for it and check out part 1 of Black Man's Rant. I may a drop part 2, the breadback dongins, because there's sense in his madness. In a courtroom, some people say mad, perhaps he is, or perhaps him not mad. Him just use psychs and a higher level of consciousness. Wow, good. Stay out of trouble. But if you choose to go to another knife, and there's a chance you might in the eventual island stories what? Well, you choose I am Joy.
Pepper, you know the real Ting, how we grow up, sometime the road tough side slow. Real patriots never buckle, never fall. How they get to run, that's why. Back from the boy, we not do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know a wrong boy. Yo, and a man bust a shot him off a pack up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, no assumption. I saw the ground rock, yeah. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation, I see the said someone one head man will live long. Name one. Things forever bury with not done. Name one. One good honest politician. Name one. And get a youth resilient. Back from the boy who no do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy. Who no boy. Who from your soul don't know a wrong boy. Yo, now a man better boy. And a man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, you a man better. Things risky, for the misfit. Death rate fit the logistic. Chris, I want the biscuit. Bait of crackers with the whiskey. You're not listening. Crime live here, so it's not visiting. Visitors, careful, you know what the business is. Murder, plunder, pillaging. Bloodshed in all the villages. You name it, you will live in it. Get rich, I do special delivery. Nightmare, tormented images. Vengeance, blood the cycle continuing. But know you seek that, but it's no revenge. Looking at the mirror, there is no different. Man, we full of, hey, and we know we friends back from the boy, who no do that. Who no can't kill with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know who are wrong boy. Yup. Yo, a man better. Any man bust a shot him off a back up and go. Point it on him head back and go. Pop off him strap on him friend him for do. None of that, yo, a man better. No assumption, I saw the ground run. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, red from limited options. 10 generation, passing the said song. One wanted man will live long. Name one, brings a fella with no name one. One honest politician, name one who. And get a youth resilient. Back from the boy, we not do that. Can't kill with your own back. Move from your soul, don't know where wrong go. Yo, a man better go. Any man bust a shot him off a back up and go. Point it on him head back and go. Pop off him strap on him friend him do. None of that to the top. Yo, you know the thing going on, suck a seat up a beat, you know. Hey man, take your time man. Boy, man. Man to them pepper.